An apartment fire in District Heights displaces several families. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Patricia Villone. Thank you for joining us. Well, more than 20 families are displaced tonight after a fire rips through their apartment complex in Forestville. But as CTV's Sonia Srivastava tells us, despite the terrible turn of events, one resident is counting his blessings.
Well, it is a miracle no one was hurt in this fire, including this 3-year-old Shih Tzu poodle, Zach. He was actually hiding underneath the bed as this fire was raging here in the 6400 block of Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, I'm told that the fire started in a second-floor apartment building, and then it suddenly shot up through the roof. People were stuck on their balconies and had to be rescued.
3-year-old Zach was inside an apartment on the bottom floor as flames were ripping through the second floor. This video was taken by a resident and shows just how intense the situation was. Zach's owner, SYLVESTER Tompkins, quickly rushed back home and with the help of firefighters, got his Shih Tzu poodle out.
Underneath the bed, he was hiding. He's smart. They didn't know. They thought I was kidding when I said, "Where's my dog?"
Several residents were trapped on their balconies and had to be rescued.
We did find 3 occupants that did the correct thing by they attempted to leave the building by way of the interior stairwell. Due to the intense heat, thick smoke, they were forced to retreat to their balcony, get somebody's attention, at which point firefighters arrived and effected the rescue of those 3 people.
Regina SWANN was home with her 4 kids when a friend banged on her door to get her out.
The building was on flames. It was spreading. I was panicking, couldn't get out. Teenagers were here supervising before the fire department got here, tying up their masses, going through the flames, getting people out. If it wasn't for them, we don't know what would happen.
The fire started just after 10:30 a.m. at the Penn Landing Apartments in the 6400 block of Pennsylvania Avenue in Forestville. Residents say it spread very quickly. It took more than 80 firefighters to knock out the blaze. Lauren Dean lives in a building nearby.
The smoke was so dense we couldn't even see the apartment building. And we walked around and we just saw like the fire raging out of the window. The smoke was just like spilling.
So far, it's unclear where the fire started or the cause, but we do know that more than 24 families are being affected.
The only thing I heard was people telling the janitors to break the windows from the bottom level to make sure nobody was in the house, to make sure it didn't spread to other people's apartments.
Tompkins says material things can be replaced, and he's just happy his best friend is okay.
I don't care. You can always replace that, but that's my buddy there.
Now, while some of the buildings may not look damaged, residents in these buildings will also have to find another place to live because all of the utilities are connected. So they too are being asked to find another place. And of course, the Red Cross will be helping those residents tonight. In Forestville, I'm Sonia Srivastava for CTV News.
And damages are estimated to be somewhere between $350,000 and $400,000.
Well, as we first told you this week, the Prince George's chapter of the NAACP wants to put an immediate stop to foreclosures in the state. The civil rights organization has written Governor Martin O'Malley asking him to take action. The move, they say, comes because statistics show a dramatic jump in the number of people losing their homes because of illegal foreclosures. African Americans and Latinos have been the most affected. So we asked Prince George's County Executive Rushern Baker for his opinion on the issue.
I'm glad that the NAACP has stepped into the fray about foreclosures, especially given, what we've just gone through with the sequester. That right there is going to have a devastating impact on Prince George's County. And so as we were turning the corner on foreclosures, that happened. So I think, I agree with them trying to, slow this down and working with them. So I applaud their work.
The NAACP is holding a public meeting on Saturday the 16th to discuss the issue. It will be from 11 o'clock in the morning to 1 in the afternoon at JERICHO, City of Praise in Landover.
The results are in for 4 municipalities in Prince George's that held elections yesterday: Bowie, Greenbelt, College Park, and Laurel. Let's start with College Park. Longtime Mayor Andrew Fellows won by defeating challenger Robert McSeaney with 80% of the vote. In District 1, incumbent council members Kabir and Wuhan will keep their seats. And in District 3, incumbents Robert Day and Stephanie Stullick will also stay on for another term. Let's move on to Bowie. Mayor G. Frederick Robinson wins his 8th term in office as mayor. In District 3, Henry Gardner defeated his opponent by getting 75% of the vote, and Bowie residents overwhelmingly voted to limit council terms to 4 years. In Greenbelt, all of the incumbents listed here will continue to keep their seats. Now let's check on Laurel. Michael Leskos wins the at-large position. In Ward 1, the winners are Valerie Nicholas and Edward Ricks. And in Ward 2, Donna Crary and Frederick Smalls are declared the winners.
Gubernatorial hopeful Heather Mizeur unveils her 10-point jobs plan today in Annapolis. Surrounded by supporters, Mizeur says her proposal centers around progressive tax reform, relief for small businesses, job training, and creating a living wage. She wants to gradually raise the minimum wage to $16.70 for non-tipped workers by 2022. She would also cut taxes for 99% of Marylanders while reinstating a top rate for millionaires.
By closing the combined reporting tax loophole, we could generate $197 million in additional revenue every year that I would devote to a small business tax relief. Tax relief that would go into the hands of small business owners like Tababu Asefa, who is employing people in Tacoma Park at Blessed Coffee.
In this economic difficult times, when we take our own earned, saved money, our own family money, and take a risk, and we need, because we don't have access to capital, and we need every little bit of support we can get. The relief is very, very important.
You can see her full plan at heathermizeur.com/jobs. Meanwhile, the Democrat has yet to choose a running mate. A campaign spokesman says the search is ongoing and they expect to announce the full ticket by the end of the year. Meantime, another Democratic candidate for governor is launching a series of statewide forums with Maryland moms. Attorney General Douglas Gansler and running mate Jolene Ivey were in Baltimore today, kicking off the first event which focused on cyberbullying. The Gansler campaign says the forums will provide mothers with the opportunity to share concerns and discuss relevant issues. Ivey will spearhead the meetings, which will take place around the state in the coming months.